Hey Bottoms, welcome to episode 61 of the Bottoms Up podcast. I am your host, Taylor, and yeah, I know this is coming out a lot later than it was supposed to. It was supposed to be out on Tuesday, but if I wish that I could explain like all of what is currently going on with my job right now. It's all fine. Like it'll be fine. I'm doing fine in terms of like the performance at work, but because I'm doing well at work, that means that I'm not doing well at other aspects of life. But it's okay. It's only hopefully temporary as we hire on some more people. And I mean, it also means that my company is growing. We're doing very well. So it's suffering from success, as I say. So looking forward for I'll give you guys the next 2 weeks because as we know, there will not be an episode next week on the 24th, but there will be an episode coming out on the 31st of March. So looking forward to the next 2 weeks. We'll have the Sun City Sapphics Mixer out in St. Petersburg. And then there will also be the closing reception tomorrow for the Thou Art Women Refraction Show. I actually did submit work to this one. So if you guys are available, would love to see you there. I'll also be at the Florida AIDS Walk on Saturday, the 21st. I am walking with Queer Hike Club, but I think I know at least 6 other people who are coming, and we're all walking with different groups. You can still technically walk with your friends, even if you're supporting different groups. But Queer Hike Club is new. It was actually started by one of the Girls in Wonderland virgins last year. And I'm like, look at you. Going from virgin to organizer is crazy. And then on the 22nd, on Sunday, we'll be having the Lovers Then Friends Belleza's Beach Party. If the weather continues to be threatening, matter of fact, let me check right now. We're going to weather.com. Let's look right now. Because I'm not, give me the 10-day. 10-day for Hollywood, Florida. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. Okay, 10-day forecast is saying, my goodness, all the pop-ups. Remember when the internet didn't have all these ads? Right now, the forecast for Sunday is that it's going to be sunny. It's going to be cold in the evening, but the high is going to be 84. So I'm hoping that while we're out there, it'll be good. If not, if it's starting to just look really cold or really windy or overcast or rainy, then we'll end up meeting at the food hall, Block 40 Food Hall in downtown Hollywood instead. They have some games and I love supporting local businesses. So that'll be for Sunday. And then the rest of the week, Sun City Sapphics is getting together again for a karaoke night on Wednesday. That'll be out in Tampa. And then on the 26th, for our networking or professionals, I'll be working with Gender Chill, and we'll be having the Save Generations Mixer, which we're co-hosting with Save. We are looking to update the actual venue for that one, so just be on the lookout. We should have another flyer coming out very soon. And then again on Friday, Sun City Sapphics is getting together for Soft Girl Friday in St. Petersburg, and Her Way is beginning their weekend for Tampa Pride. So on Friday, they're going to have their mixed singles party. On Saturday, they're going to have their Girls Just Want to Have Fun party. Let me see, what venue is that one? Oh, I don't have a venue yet. But Saturday is going to be the Girls Just Want to Have Fun party, and then Sunday is going to be the Baywatch Day party on Shell Key. So that is going to be it for the upcoming events for the next 2 weeks. Of course, you will see me out and about. We are gearing up for Miami Beach Pride coming in early April. So with that, I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Hey Bottoms, welcome to another episode of the Bottoms Up podcast. I am your host, Taylor, and I'm here today with my very first guest of season 3, Inayah. Inayah? Okay, I gotta get that right. Close. I'm so sorry.
You're close.
Inayah. She is the creator and curator and host of Queer Women Miami, which I believe is probably like the newest group and like the newest producer of events for our community down here. There's definitely a need. We've definitely had some gaps pop up in the last year, especially with like the closure. I think we lost like 2 or 3 venues just last year, which is really sad. So yeah, we're excited to have you in Miami, and excited to have you on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
You want to talk a little bit about yourself? Because you moved to Miami very recently, right?
Yeah, I moved to Miami December 1st of 2025, so I've been here almost 3 months, so under 3 months.
Mm-hmm. Very new. Mm-hmm. So we got fresh meat, y'all. So before we jump into it, we have to read our horoscopes. This is like the one thing that, oh fuck. I'm sorry, Lexi. I forgot. Okay, we are recording now. Been recording, but also now we're recording. And yeah, now we're gonna read horoscopes. Truly, the horoscopes is like the one thing that has survived from one season to the next.
What do you like about horoscopes?
Okay, so I don't really believe in them all that much. Which I've said a couple of times.
You don't believe in astrology?
Kind of. I use it as like a guide because I'm not religious, but I am spiritual. So for me, the horoscope is basically like just like general life guidance. Like I do check it like every day. I like to see like what the universe has in store for me. I like to keep it in mind. And then like if I'm feeling like I need more guidance, then I check my tarot. I'll read my own tarot. So I read my tarot. I do tarot like for like an annual.
Are you comfortable reading your own tarot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what? Is it like a bad thing?
The reason I ask that is a lot of times when people read their own tarot, they start to interpret things in a way that their mind wants to interpret it versus the reality of what it actually is. So like you can start to get a message as confirmation or maybe not based off of your current feelings, right? A lot of the times when people do tarot to start with anyways, it's because there's something within them that's unsettled, so they go to tarot. So the message may not come out as clear. Now, I'm not saying that's the case for you, but like for me, I do tarot. I do a lot of things actually, but I will never do tarot myself because I don't think it's too often and I'm going to get the message correctly.
Can I read your tarot for you?
Sure.
After hours episodes. Okay, I'm gonna do my horoscope.
Okay.
Since what yours is, okay, it's downloading. I really do force everybody to get back on CoStar. I like refuse to not have all the lesbians on it. Oh wait, and I hate to ask this, but the public has to know, what is your sign?
Why do you hate to ask that? Is the question.
It's not that I hate to ask it, it's that sometimes I don't like the answer. And
Big
I know
Pisces, about to turn 30, 30. Yeah, big Pisces.
It's the big part that is scary.
The big Pisces for real though, not the little.
So you take pride in being a Pisces.
Absolutely, I'm Pisces through and through.
You would say that you match like.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Pisces is such a beautiful symbol. We're the last symbol of the sign. Like we're the last sign of all of the zodiac signs. It's a very powerful sign when you start to heal and you step into it. Like you step into your authentic self. So yes, very proud of it.
Okay. I'm a little scared. It's a little scary.
I gotta know the background.
Pisces are scary. I'm just like I've had, and that's why I say like I try not to take it like too seriously with the horoscopes, but then at the same time, I've had a lot of interesting experiences. And those experiences tend to be very consistent from one sign to the other. Like okay, so like my closest friends, like the people who I connect with and click with immediately are almost always fire signs.
That makes sense.
Because like I'm a fire sign. And so I'm like, oh, okay. And especially Leos. Like I connect so well with Leos.
I'm done with y'all. Done with Leo. Yeah. Romantically. Done with Leos.
Oh, I honestly don't know who I'm compatible with romantically. I haven't really. Well, okay, no. I've had my heart broken by a bunch of Cancers, so that's a no. Pisces is just like, you guys are just so emotional.
I'm not emotional. Cancers are emotional.
Yeah, but Pisces are also emotional.
I'm not. I'm sensitive. I'm sensitive to energy. Sensitive is different. Like, I'm sensitive. When I say I'm sensitive, like, I'm sensitive to energy. I'm sensitive to how things change, to emotion, to a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying? So can I be emotional? Maybe not at this point in my life, because I've learned how to, like, conquer my emotions and, you know, just go with the waves and understand that things, it just is. Like, people don't feel as deep as, there's not too many people that feel as deep as we do. And I've actually learned that. Like, I didn't know that. I thought everybody felt deep. But the truth is, everybody does not feel deep. So I can see where a Pisces can be emotional in that sense if they haven't mastered themselves, you know, their understanding. But, like, I think Pisces are more sensitive than emotional.
Mm-hmm. In my mind, those are the same thing. But, like, I'll let you have it.
They're not the same. They're not the same thing. They're not the same thing.
The thing is, I respect that you've had your experiences with Leos, and I'll let that, and that's okay.
Y'all are fucking. Hold on, let's ask Chad.
You say y'all like I'm a Leo.
Yeah, y'all Leos.
I'm not a Leo.
Oh, you say you're a Leo.
No. I said I'm a fire sign, and I connect well with other fire signs, especially
What's
Leos.
your sign?
Sagittarius.
Okay, I like Sag.
Oh, look
Still
at that.
Assholes, but I like y'all.
People usually don't, so that's very nice to hear.
Hey, what's the difference between being sensitive and being emotional? From ChatGPT.
Great question. They overlap but aren't quite the same. Being emotional generally means you experience and express feelings strongly, whether that's joy, sadness, anger, or excitement. It's about the intensity and range of emotions you feel and show. Being sensitive, on the other hand, often means you're very attuned to subtle cues, you're easily affected by others' feelings, or you pick up on nuances in situations. So you might be sensitive without always having big emotional reactions. You just notice and feel things deeply.
See, that's exactly what I just said. I pick up. I can feel it.
The fact that you just had ChatGPT try to lecture me is insane. A robot.
She right there. That's the dictionary. That was the dictionary.
Sure, yeah.
Definition.
Because ChatGPT has never been wrong.
But that was right. Something simple to the point.
Sure. Yeah. 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 Okay. My horoscope says, your day at a glance. Embrace your awkwardness. Stop rehearsing what to say before you speak. Those unfiltered comments people laugh at, they reveal the real you. Strange, perceptive, worth knowing. Your oddness is your edge. Use it. Do scissors, old magazines, glue sticks. Oh, it wants me to like scrapbook or some shit, not do gay shit.
Oh,
don't. I mean, but like it's a common misunderstanding. You know, it's a common misinterpretation. Don't soapbox, magnifying glass, gavels. Okay, so I don't need to be like judgmental and like look into things too. Okay, fine, fair.
Does it resonate?
Honestly, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just been an interesting work week and, you know, it's just very complicated, but like, I'm like a perfectionist. Like whenever stuff like this happens, like I want everything to be perfect. And my brain is like, you can't be perfect. It needs to just get done. So that's difficult. What's your say?
Oh, yeah. Let's see.
You can't hide from it, Pisces.
No, you can't. All right. So your day at a glance. You need someone who will love you for who you are. Period. Mm-hmm. Period. Stop bending yourself into shapes that please others. The right people will love your sharp edges, your weird habits, your actual opinions. Everyone else can go. Period. Do sharing blankets, good posture, play it cool. Don't mannequins, typecast, crave approval.
It sounds like you need to block someone.
Oh, people get blocked.
You're a blocker?
Only if you need it. I'm really not a blocker. It takes an extreme case for me to block somebody.
Yeah. Like blocking is like, because I'm very, sometimes I feel like I am a little too forgiving with people because I always see that like, I always see the best. I'm like, I know that everybody can grow and like be a better version of themselves and whatever. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, you know, I'd like to like leave space that if this person like maybe figures it out, and gets their shit together, then like maybe there is a possibility for us to still engage in the future. But like if I completely block you, it's because I see no potential in you like whatsoever. Like there's no chance you're ever going to change. So I block. And if I block your phone number,
that motherfucker's blocked.
yeah, no. That like you need to be vile for me to block your phone number.
How
Like
many phone numbers have you blocked?
in my life, maybe like 2 or 3.
Those must be some bad people.
I had to block someone's email one time.
Damn.
I think I blocked my ex on LinkedIn.
Damn.
But that's like because we work in the same industry, so I was just like, I don't even want like, none of
Okay.
that. Like no, I can't do that.
I feel that. I mean, like it said, you know, I pick up on a lot of things. So I don't I'm the kind of person, I don't need to see you do it for me to know that that it's in everybody to do certain things, but I don't need to see you do it to know that you, at this current state of your life and your being and who you are, you will do it. You already showed me enough to know, let me know, like I can see the trajectory of where this is going. And if it's bad enough, if I was dealing with you in a very intimate way and like you revealed a completely different character that hit me with some uppercuts and okie dokes and like you shook my nervous system, I will block you. Very rarely does that happen, but like to protect myself, sometimes you have to just, I will cut somebody off, but it's not too many people that like I cut off or I block, but it can happen. So
Absolutely. But let it be known, girls.
yeah, protect y'all nervous system.
So you recently made the move to Miami. That's a pretty big life change, like coming from Atlanta.
Yeah.
So what led you to decide that was going to be the next move for you?
Oh man, that's a great question. So obviously you wouldn't know this. I'm like, obviously you wouldn't know. I'm speaking to myself as I say that. I've been wanting to leave Atlanta for the last 2 years now. And almost 3 years actually since we coming into a new year. I didn't know where to go, but I wanted to go to LA. I went to LA. I loved LA. And I'm like, I'm going to move to LA. Like I was determined to move to LA. I started to apply to jobs out in LA. This one job interviewed me. It went really good. It went so well that at the end of the interview, they said, hey, we're actually not hiring for this position. We just wanted to see the talent out there. You're really good. Not that I needed the job. I just wanted to get to LA. So, you know, fast forward, you know, I actually renewed my lease a couple years past, and then my lease came up, and I didn't renew it. And I loved where I lived at, and I had the perfect place that I wanted to move to next. And I would go there, and I would look at apartments, and I just couldn't push myself to sign a lease. You know what I'm saying? So me and my brother, we were living together because he has 2 bedrooms. So we was living together for like a couple months because I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And I wound up coming to Miami because I would come to Miami every once in a while, but I came out to Miami and I saw a different side of Miami because like my ex-girlfriend, she's from Miami. So because of that, I hated Miami. So I was like, I never want to move to Miami. But I started to see a different side of Miami, and I was like, damn, I actually like this, you know what I'm saying? And on top of that, like, there was somebody else that I was talking to at that time who lived there, so it was like a plus, like, oh shit, okay, like, my spirit is feeling called to Miami, plus there's somebody out here that I'm talking to, so that just made it easier. And I was like, okay, I'm going to Miami, because to me, Miami was the second closest I would get to LA that made sense.
Of course, yeah, I can see that. There's a lot of similarities.
Yeah, I didn't have no, like, for work, I travel. I didn't have any stores out in, like, towards LA. All of my stores are, like...
What, Southeast region?
Not the South. They're, like, all over the U.S., but they're not in LA.
Yeah.
They're not in Cali. So it just didn't make any sense. So I moved out here.
And you don't have to say, like, who you work for or, like, what you do, but you do have, you know, a full-time job. How long have you been producing events? Like, is Queer Women Miami like your first time doing it on your own? Have you worked with people before? Like, what's that look like?
Yeah, it's my first time just doing it.
Just jumping in?
Yeah.
You really did do anything in Atlanta? Are you serious?
I mean, I lived in Atlanta since I was 15. So, I mean, I was a part of the scene in Atlanta. I modeled in Atlanta. I met people in Atlanta, but no, I didn't have my own events or nothing like that.
That's so, I don't know why, like, that's so surprising to me, because, like, you haven't, obviously, you know, you've been here for, like, 3 months. To, like, jump in is, like, pretty impressive, I will say.
Thank you.
Of course, yeah.
You just gotta do it.
So how, I'm asking this, like, a little selfishly, because, like, similar situation of, like, having a full-time job and, you know, doing gay shit on the internet, like, for fun on the side. How do you go about balancing the two of those?
What do you mean by balance?
I mean, even just like the time commitment, like to do all of it. I mean, you travel like a lot for work. So like, how do you manage, you know, the time that you have to spend to make sure your bills are paid versus the time that has to be put in to actually curate and produce events and find venues and find talent and, you know, everything that goes into it?
I say you make time for the things you want. I have a very unconventional schedule. Like, I don't work a 9 to 5. I make my schedule, so that helps. And I just have to, like, I just learned how to delegate my time well. Like, when I am out of town for work, I'm focused on the reason I'm out of town. So I give work 100%, and I try to still give 10% to the brand. But when I'm home, like, yes, I'm still focused on work and the things that I'm creating for the company, but I'm also more so focused on the business, and I'm out there. Like, I get out there, I shake hands, I'm meeting venue spaces, like, I'm doing those things. So I just think that it's time delegation. You make time for the things you want, but I also, like, I say that cautiously because I do make my own schedule. So it can be difficult. Like, in Atlanta, I had a business that I started, and it was hard to run that business because I was at work from 7 to 6. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't run a business when I'm at work from 7 to 6. It was tiring. I didn't have the time to do what I needed to do. But now, you know, I'm in a whole completely different space. So I think time delegation is a big part of it, and just being focused and wanting to do it.
What do you see, like, for yourself in the future? Do you still feel like your professional life is going to be what it is, where it's still something that you are pursuing full time and then you do events on the side? Or, like, do you see, like, what you do with production as, like, becoming your full-time thing? Like, what's, like, your 5-year plan?
I'm going to say this. You know, I prepared for this question. I did.
I did not give her questions in advance. I never give anybody questions in advance. But
I knew she was going to ask me something about this, so this is my answer. I don't really have an answer because I am not even 30 years old, and I have accomplished so many goals that I thought I would accomplish coming closer to 40. You know what I'm saying? I can't even believe where my life is at right now. So when it comes to like a 5-year goal, I don't have one. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I may have a direction that I want to go to, but I don't have a goal. Do I see myself going full-time production or not? I don't know. I love my job, you know what I'm saying? And my job doesn't really interfere with anything. So why can't I do both? Why can't I have, you know, 2 sources of income? But honestly, with Queer Women Miami, like, the ultimate goal with Queer Women Miami is not to make it a money move. Okay. You know, it's more so to give back to the community. Yes, if we host events, you know, there will be events where people have to pay because we have to pay for the venue. Of course. We got to pay for the DJ. We got to pay for everything to create the space, but we want to still keep it reasonable. But outside of Queer Women Miami, like, there's other things that I want to pursue that, yes, I want to make money from those things. And yes, if I make the money that I want to make from those things, I may lay my job to rest years from now, but I may not because my job still doesn't interfere with anything, and I love it. So, yeah, that's my answer. What types of events are you hoping to produce? Like what are the things that you had in mind when you first started Queer Women Miami? Yo, I'm going to be honest with you. It's one of those things where I feel like the universe was kind of pushing me for it. I was running away from it, and the universe was pushing it on me. But my only thing that I had was that Valentine's Day party. So I'm going to throw a Valentine's Day party for the singles because I'm single and we're going to celebrate together. Wait, okay, so, like, if you get a girlfriend, if and when you get a girlfriend, are you still going to throw the singles event? Yeah. Okay, don't leave us behind. Yeah.
Just because you remember where you came from, remember where your date ones.
Yeah, facts. But not for real though. I want to do like fashion shows, man. I want to do a pop the balloon. I want to do some unconventional shit. Like I'm not me myself. I'm not a big partier, but I do see that there's a need for us as queer women, as lesbian women, as bisexual, as whatever you are. There is a need for us to have a space where we can let loose freely and safely. You know, but to me, I'm not a big partier, so I want to bring like my personality into it with fashion shows, into it with a pop the balloon, a blind date edition, and so many other things that we got lined up and planned for everybody. So, yeah.
I think like, because you're not the only one that I've heard this from, but like the scene in Atlanta is definitely different from Miami and like South Florida as a whole. One of the things that I like to keep in mind when I'm talking about just like the general culture in Miami is the fact that like it is very transient, that a lot of the people who live here aren't from here. So like literally both of us, like you're from Atlanta, I'm from Maryland. Like those are two completely different cultures compared to like, you know, what's down here in Miami. I definitely had culture shock like moving here. So when I think about a lot of the criticisms that are thrown like at not just the queer culture down here and the queer scene down here, but also just like Miami as a whole, like from outsiders looking in, I'm like, let's keep in mind where we are. Like, let's be realistic. A lot of people are kind of coming in, going out. It's a very high cost of living. It's also just like generally like a more of like a high stress, like high paced locale. And I think because a lot of people are also like coming here either individually or they're coming here because they met someone here and they break up. So like now they're kind of on their own. It's a make or break type place. Like Miami will test you. Miami will push you to the edge of what you think you're possible and capable of doing.
I heard that before.
And if you get through it, you get through it and you're good. I made it through. I'm here. I'm good. I'm happy. I love it. But obviously, you know, Atlanta is very different from that. So like what in your experience thus far, like what are some of those differences that you've seen? And is there anything from your experiences in Atlanta that you feel like you want to bring here?
Honestly, like Miami and Atlanta, two different scenes. Atlanta black as shit. I mean, that's just say enough, you know.
Lemon pepper.
Atlanta black, period. I love Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing but black excellence out there. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Miami is also beautiful in its own way. So I love Miami too. Like for me, I moved here because I felt called to move here. My spirit felt called to come here. So I knew it was going to be a good experience if that's what the universe had for me. So I would say like the things that I would bring from Atlanta to Miami, maybe it's something I don't know if it's here, but I hear that it's not here from people here. It's just like an authentic vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like I am who I am, not in a way that I can't evolve, but I'm saying like I'm authentic to who I am, and I'm going to bring that vibe. One thing I want to bring with Queer Women Miami is to bring the blacks and the Latinas and the other cultures together, because in Atlanta there's also a lot of transplants. There's a lot of them there too. So here, you know, I feel called to bring culture together, both cultures. Why can't we unite? Why can't we work together? Why can't we have fun together? We can have fun together. We can
I will say, like, the events here do feel segregated.
Yeah, but that's the beautiful thing. And my first ever party, it wasn't.
Yes. Yeah, I will agree, 100%.
It was black, it was white, it was Latinas, it was fun. So, yeah.
I feel like, so I'm also, one of the big things that I am working on doing this year, I know I told, like, so in my season 2 recap for the last season, I was like, oh yeah, like, I don't think that I'm going to be, like, producing events anymore. Like, it's just not, I was like, oh, it's just not my thing, and blah, blah, blah. And then I got to the start of this year, and I was like, no, I guess I'm going to keep doing it. But I one of the big thing for me has been to do free events and like free meetups. Like that's really what I want to focus on and really what I want to lean into. I think that there are certain ideas that I have for like ticketed events that could be like really, really fun. But usually like in that case, instead of putting all the pressure on me to like do it myself, I'll reach out to someone like you or like another producer or like Pandora or like steer queer and be like, hey, is this something that you guys would want to like collaborate with me on, so that it's like a little less pressure? Because again, I work full time, and I'm the same way. I love my career. I don't want to quit my job or leave my industry at all. Yeah. And honestly, like there's maybe like the teentiest, tiniest, like itty bittiest like little overlap between what I do with this and what I do at work. But it's like they're completely separate. Yeah. So being able to like, again, like find the time to like really dedicate like fully to this. Yeah. It is a lot. But what I've noticed in doing these like free meetups, and why I do it is because I want there to be like a very, very low barrier to entry. And I feel like when I've lowered that barrier to entry to basically nothing, like on the ground, like just get yourself here, it's attracted a much more diverse crowd. And I've been able to, you know, meet people and say like, hey, hi, you know, like, nice to meet you. Oh, this is your first time like coming out. This is your first like, you know, queer event down here. Wow. Here's all these other events that you could also go to. So like meet more like cool people. Yeah. Sure. And then I think also like I was telling you about too, trying to offer events that aren't just parties, being able to find the balance. Although again, with the venues closing, like we've also lost like a lot of our parties, which is just like awful. So trying to find like the balance between those two of like, what do we offer? Trying to also find like locale, like what works for people. Like South Florida is very, very, very spread out. We have like this massive like tri-county area of people that still kind of fit under this like Miami umbrella and still go to these Miami events. But it's really not feasible or fair to continually ask somebody from Palm Beach County like, hey, drive an hour and a half to downtown Miami once a week for this queer event, please. Thank you.
The way I see it, one, for Queer Women Miami, all of our events is not going to be money. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, like, do what you want with your business. Mm-hmm. You know, you find value in how you see value with yourself and your business, right? And that's okay. And then two, you know, I think about Atlanta or Georgia. Because everybody think Atlanta is Georgia. Atlanta is not Georgia. Georgia is Georgia. Atlanta is a city in Georgia. Like Miami is a city in Florida.
Love a little geography lesson.
I used to have to drive an hour from the country, hour 15 minutes from the country to go party in the south of Atlanta because the host at the time, they didn't have a place in the city, and Atlanta is the middle ground between the two. Mm-hmm. And that's what we had to do until they built themselves up strong enough to be able to go elsewhere, or they were able to find venues. It's very hard to find a venue.
Yes. Oh my goodness, tell me about it.
So I think that if somebody wants to support, if they want to be a part of the movement and they feel connected to it, then they're going to trust the process, that it's going to have different events. You know, they may have free events, they may have not free events, they may move to this space or collab with somebody. Like, they're going to trust that process and that person to experience what it all has to offer now and then down the line.
I like that. I like that viewpoint.
Yeah.
No, I hear you on, like, finding venues has been a struggle. Because it's, like, not only just finding a venue that fits for, like, the concept you have for the event, but also getting the venues to respond is, like, torture.
Yeah, like, I've gone out and I started shaking hands. You know, like, I'm putting the legwork in, actually getting outside, going business to business to business to business to shake hands, to say, hey, can we do business with you? And this is me as a black person in Miami. Now, I think a lot of things is, you know, if you say black people have a hard time, then you're going to have a hard time. I don't have a hard time. Now, I might not be able to collab with that venue, but there's going to be a venue that's going to collab with me, but not everybody's out here just giving me a hard time about it either. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm looking to try to find a free venue, which I think I found one. I don't know yet, but I think I may have found one. And if that can solidify, that'd be cool. But until then, we're going to keep renting out spaces. Everything I pay with my money. Finding good DJs, finding good vibes, and just keep it going.
I like that. I like that mindset too. I think I could take the same approach where I'm like, I know that not every opportunity is like made for me, but I also like don't need, oh no, not you snatched her wig off. Damn.
Sorry.
Damn, let's put it all the way back. Fuck. That's so, you just undressed her on camera.
It's
Jeez.
the wine. It's the wine.
See, this is why you can't trust Pisces. But no, like, not every opportunity, you know, works out, but I also don't need every opportunity. Not every opportunity is like worth pursuing.
Yeah.
And like, I've had to tell myself, because like, there's plenty of time. Like, I'm not gonna name names, but like, there's a certain person who is relatively popular in the queer community, like online, who like kind of gave me the runaround, like with doing an interview. And I was just like, this is like, I get that you're popular and like I'm like brand new or whatever, but you could literally have just said no. This doesn't have to be like this crazy back and forth. And like it really like ruined my view of them, because I was just like, this is like, I would never. It's kind of like, again, you give the same respect to the janitor that you give to the CEO, because like we all serve a purpose, like in what we're doing here.
We all
like,
start from somewhere.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I didn't really love that, but like it really taught me that like, just because I didn't get an interview with this one popular person, it didn't stop me. Like it didn't taint my brand. It didn't like prevent me from continuing to pursue the things that I've pursued. There's a lot of emails and a lot of phone calls that like I've never received responses to, but there's also plenty that I have. And so I'm not going to focus on the ones that like didn't work out, because it's like, it's a waste of my time. I don't, also again, I have a full-time job. So and
it's never personal.
Oh, never.
It's never personal.
May feel like it sometimes, but it isn't.
Nah.
So one thing that I really do like to ask people, because I'm like a freak when it comes to language. I like to know people's labels or lack thereof, if you like don't like to label yourself. And then I do also like to ask like people's coming out stories. So the first question is, what are your labels? Like, how do you identify, how do you describe yourself?
She, her, mask.
Okay.
I really don't like labels, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
I like fluidity. I think everything is fluid. The older I get, the more I learn that people change, people are allowed to change, people are allowed to experiment, people are allowed to, you know, be whoever they want to be. So I'm a very fluid person, but if we would go with a label, 1000% she, her, and then mask.
Do you, out of curiosity then, like, do you feel like either when you first came out or kind of like over the process of like getting to know yourself better, like have you gone through a couple different labels, or like has it always just felt just kind of like a little amorphous for you?
So I never really had a come out story. Like what happened was I moved out my parents' house. It was a long story. Probably have to watch one of my podcast episodes for that. But long story short, when I left my parents' house, like I just became 1000% authentic to who I was. I was 18 years old, so then I started to like post pictures online, like kind of STEMish. But I always was like this. So I was always kind of more like masculine, dominant, if you want to label something. But like I just came out more like STEMish because I grew up in a religious family, so I was more feminine then. By dress, but not like I always still been like this. So for me, I always just believed that I have always believed everything was fluid. Always, but I always knew I liked women, and I just feel like when you're young, you get thrown into boxes, right? Yeah. There's stud, there's femme. There's all these things, and I just had to pick a side, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I picked a side, which was stud, because obviously I'm not a femme, like I'm not feminine, so I just picked a side.
Do you still feel like you identify with the stud label, or do you just
not
like
at
mask?
All. Not at all. Not at all.
What is it like, I guess, like what is it about it that made you feel like, okay, like it's time to move away from this?
This is my personal opinion.
Yeah, fair.
Personal opinion. All right, got to get that out the way. And this is also from my experience. Got to get that out the way. I feel like studs, I feel like stud is a young person term.
Okay.
And I feel like what comes with studs is a lot of studs, from what I have seen, comes with toxic masculinity, right? Meaning that some of them are not okay with their femininity and the balance of it. And it's a lot of trauma in it. There's a lot of putting yourself in a box of this is what you need to do as the stud.
Yeah.
And that is actually not the case.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just need to do what you need to do as a person and to be most authentic to who you are. Not to what this label is telling you need to be or do.
Yeah.
And that's as far as I'll probably go into it. And I see
I get it. I want to go into that because like okay. I want to go into it not as, because again, like when I ask people about their labels because like I find the language aspect of it to just be very interesting. That like, you know, I've obviously met plenty of people. I've had people on the podcast that like identify strongly with the stud label and obviously who see it differently from the way that you do. And that is what intrigues me like so much. I also think that the label of stud and what it means today is a little bit different from like probably what it meant between like, you know, the 60s to the 90s. I think like that's a different generation and the term has like a very different like meaning and feeling and vibe and interpretation to them, which I totally respect and understand. And again, I just find it very, very interesting. I think in my experience, because I only date masculine presenting women, I have definitely had to navigate like people who exhibit toxic masculinity. As much as I do identify very strongly with being femme and present very much like high femme, even like today, I'm like, this is a little too butch, in my opinion.
You're funny.
Wait, do I look? Am I giving butch?
No, not at all.
Like not even like a little bit.
No.
Really?
No.
Oh.
Were you trying?
Okay. No. I was like I didn't know what to wear. I really wanted to like up my game with the podcast, so I have a new Pinterest board where I've like saved a bunch of like different outfits of like what I want to wear like on episodes.
Your outfit looks good.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. But everything that matches what I have on that board is currently in the laundry. So I had to improvise, and this is.
But she knew this podcast was coming up.
I did, but it's been a long work week.
She get a pass.
Thank you. I like getting what I want.
Such a sad.
But like navigating that like with women has been an experience where I'm like,
sure.
As much as I present femme, I do have like a more dominant personality. Like I'm very independent. I live on my own. I'm financially independent. Like I have my own car. I'm not, behind on my taxes. Like
why do we have to associate those things with dominant?
Yes.
Yeah. And I just want to say this. I don't care. The fact that a woman have a job, she can take care of her bills and do all the other things should not automatically have to put her into a role of dominance. She should still be able to be a soft, feminine female and do those things. Plus, she should still be able to be independent. Plus, have her own shit.
Thank you.
Why does that have to equate to dominance?
But that's the thing is like I meet women who see the fact that I can meet my adult responsibilities. They interpret that as dominance.
Thank you. You're just meeting your adult responsibilities.
But they interpret that as dominance, and if they want to be more dominant, they see it as a threat. And they're just like, no, like, I don't like that. Like, I've experienced like a lot of women.
So let's talk about it. This is what I got to say about that, personally. I feel like when you're not in a certain place in your life and you meet somebody who is, then it becomes intimidating. It feels dominant because you're not there. And I think that's why I have learned, and people might not like this, but what I've learned is that it's important to date in your range.
Oh, I hate that.
More masculine people do not mind dating out of their range, meaning someone financially under their range. They usually don't mind. But, altogether, when I think about, all around, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially, I think that you should deal with people in your range, which is why part of the reason I'm still single. It's not that I haven't met some of them. I've met a lot of women in my range. I'm not going to say that, but like we just may not be compatible like emotionally, love language wise, right? But I think it's important to date people in your range, because if not, then your adult responsibilities are going to feel dominant. Oh, she's dominant. Oh, she's this. Oh, she's that. No, she's a grown ass woman taking care of her shit. You can either handle it or you can't.
Yeah. I think like it's very hard for me, and like something like I feel like I've only realized like very recently that like part of compatibility is also finding people that are like similar in lifestyle to you, which like maybe sounds kind of crazy. Like it feels like that should be common sense, right? But like for me, like when I'm attracted to somebody, like the initial physical attraction like does so much for me. Like I'm pretty much willing to give like anybody a chance if I'm physically attracted to you.
Oh wow.
But then like, you know, I have this joke that like I'm really into a lot of women until they start talking, and then I'm like, ooh, oopsie. But like, yeah, like I don't like, I know like for myself that like I'm very accomplished, and like I love my life, and I love the life that I've built for myself like very specifically. But I don't always look for people who are like, I don't know. I'm like, I really don't think about it. Like I wouldn't even say settle. Like I would say that like I can match with somebody based on like if they have like the same level of like passion as me. Like I'm like, I don't need somebody. Look, I don't need somebody with, you know,
are you going off of potential?
And no, I don't even see it as potential.
Okay, I'm just asking. I'm just curious.
I think it's because like if somebody, it doesn't matter where somebody is in life, if they have like a similar amount of like passion and drive as me, then they're going to encourage me to pursue the things that I want to pursue. And I like being pushed in that way, and I like being with somebody who like I can also push in that way. Because even if I met somebody who was the exact same as me, who had like 2 degrees, a good career, great career trajectory, a great job, like everything, I would still be like, okay, what's next?
I think where my mind is going, though, my mind isn't really so much caught up on the finances. I think financial compatibility is a thing if it's a thing.
Okay. What would you define as financial compatibility?
Depends on the person.
Oh, okay.
I think that depends on the person. Like, I don't expect a woman to make what I make. You know, I wasn't expecting to make this at 29. So I think financial compatibility is determined by you and that person. So I think my mind goes more so to, yes, like for instance for me, I can look at somebody and say, you're fine as hell. That doesn't move me. I've only dated fine women. So at this point in my life, I don't care if you're fine. I do want you to be fine, but I don't care if you're fine, if that makes sense. Like at this point in my life, now I'm just like, all right, how are we emotionally? You know, are we emotionally compatible? Yeah. Do we speak the same love languages? I'm not saying our love languages have to be the same, but do we speak to each other, and can we do that in each other's love languages?
Can you communicate with each other properly?
Yes. Like if we're going through something, is it a conversation or is it confrontation? You know what I'm saying? Like those are the things that I look at. Like spiritually, it's important for me to be able to meditate with my person. Can I meditate with you? You know what I'm saying? Can we go meditate and then the next day have a good time? You know what I'm saying? Do you take accountability? Are you still tied to the trauma in your past? So I guess like when I'm asking you the question, I'm thinking more so like those things outside of like the finances.
Well, even for me, like something like oh God, how do I describe this? Like your level of like physical activity is like now becoming a big one for me that I literally like would not even think about.
That's a good one.
Before. But like I am so very much like in the gym and like doing things. Like I just completed my first half marathon.
She's a gym girly.
I'm doing another one in October. Thank you.
Congratulations.
And like I do, like I lift weights. I'm very passionate about it, and I'm also like a long distance runner. Like that's a big part of my life. I ride horses. Like these are
that's
like
awesome.
I love hiking. Like I'm very like outdoorsy and active.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize like up until like literally this year, and by this year I mean 2026, like not even like late 2025.
I get it.
I mean like it was like January 3rd, and I was like
I get it,
maybe I should be more cognizant of this.
But
like like somebody who likes the outdoors, who enjoys nature, who wants to be, you know, physically active, like, you know, in various ways. Like, doesn't necessarily have to go to the gym specifically, but like, I would like for you to be able to spot my bench.
Yeah.
Like, maybe.
So go to the gym.
Once or twice a month so that I can make progress. It would be like really nice.
Yeah.
Somebody who likes like scary movies and like wants to watch a scary movie with me on like a random Tuesday or something.
Right.
Someone who enjoys cooking and like being experimental, you know? Like, I think about like there are things in my life that like I do that I get a lot of enjoyment out of, and I think that I just wasn't previously considering like what are the things that I enjoy that I specifically want to be able to share with somebody else. And like, yeah, what types of qualities do I look for in someone to be able to share those things?
Absolutely.
Which is crazy to be saying. I should have known that before. Like, no, again, it feels very common sense.
It's okay. No, it's not. Like, you mind if I say your age?
No, it's fine. People know.
Yeah, you're 28. Like, a lot of these revelations I'm having, like, I had towards the end of being 29. Like, life is a journey, and I feel like you learn things through each person you may encounter. So, as long as you learn something out of it, you know, I think that's the best thing that can happen.
Yeah,
so, like,
absolutely.
I don't think there's any time limit. I just think it's really, you know, unfortunate for people who never take the time to become self-aware enough to learn and look at themselves and see, okay, this is what I need, and this is what I also need to change in order to get what I need, you know, so.
Yeah, I will say, like, even with, like, a lot of the shit that I've dealt with, like, with being in Florida and, like, making that move, it was a very big life decision, and it was very difficult, and, like, you know, I went through a lot, like, emotionally, but the fact that like I am here, like I feel like I've become a better version of myself like since living here, and I've been able to really grow and honestly like better understand myself and better take care of myself and just be like much more gentle with myself as a person. And so I wish that for you as well. You know, I hope that Miami teaches you things in a kinder way than it did to me.
It has already taught me things.
What's been like your most important lesson from Miami thus far?
Honestly, like I'm in such a state of like acceptance that Miami's been nothing but beautiful to me so far. I'll be honest with you. Like I've gone through a lot of different things in my life that I think at this point Miami is just like a new experience and learning how to accept new experiences like in a whole different culture. And like you know, just vibing through it and having fun with it. That's what it's teaching me. Like, just have fun with it. Like, get out there, do your thing. And that's what I'm doing. Like, create. That's what I'm doing. And it's teaching me to get out there and create. But, like, yeah, I would say that was probably, like, just the biggest thing, like, just to get out there and create.
You have such a great energy about you.
Thank you.
Like, truly.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm very protective of my community, and so, like I told you, like when newcomers like come in, I'm like a little hesitant because I'm like, I need to like suss them out first. But I really do like your energy and I like your vibe, and like I'm really happy to continue working with you, and then also to support and promote, you know, what you've got going on.
Thank you. I appreciate you letting me be on this podcast, and she did promote my first event, so much gratitude to that.
You know.
For sure.
Yeah, we gotta support the newbies.
Yeah, you know, the transplants.
Those my people. Yeah. So, Inayah, where can people find you?
Yeah, so you can find me at queerwomenmiami, queerwomenmiami, on TikTok and Instagram. TikTok been going crazy. I ain't even finna lie to you. TikTok been going crazy. Instagram is Instagram. And then you can follow me on my personal page at Inayah Mushirah. I'm sure she'll put it in there.
Yes, we'll link everything. Yeah. And what do you have? Well, okay, this is not going to be published until like a month from now, but do you have anything coming up for like April, May? Do you know yet? Or is that too far out?
April, May is still being planned out.
Okay.
We're going to have some stuff coming up for y'all.
Yeah, awesome. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you and your time, and I'm really excited to see what you've got going, and I'm excited to see it grow as well and continue to support.
Yeah, thank you for having me on this podcast. It was great.
Of course.
Felt very conversational, very relaxed, so I appreciate it.
Anytime. The wine helped, I feel.
Maybe. Or maybe it was just you.
I don't usually offer people wine. This was like, I offered you water, and wine, and she chose wine. I'm not over here getting people drunk on the podcast.
I chose the wine.
But you know, bottoms up, I guess.
Bottoms up.
You guys know where to find me. I am on Instagram at bottums-up.pod. That is bottumsup.pod. If you would like to be on an episode, if you want to suggest a topic for an episode, if you want to recommend somebody for me to interview, you can either shoot me a DM or you can email me, bottumsuppod@gmail.com. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah.
And I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye.
Peace.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah, that was
so
great.
cute.
That was great.